Hi, it's Ingrid. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time to pick out my March TBR. I forgot my TBR jar. Need to go get that. Got it. Before I start picking out my TBR, I have something else I want to talk about. Yesterday I went and saw Ben Barnes live in concert. I had a meet and greet. First of all, I'm wearing his merch. I love this. But I had a meet and greet, so I got a picture with him and I got like a signed poster, and I also asked him to sign this Shadow and Bone, which he did. Look at this. I'm so happy. Shadow and Bone was one of the first books that I ever gave 5 stars to. It's the first series that I got like really obsessed with. One of the first fantasy books that I read. And the reason I read this book was because I watched Shadow and Bone, the show, and I watched that because Ben Barnes is in it. So I'm just so happy. And I was there and he signed it and he said my name 3 times, and he's the sweetest person I've ever met in my life. I was absolutely terrified. Didn't really say much. Should have prepared more because I just froze. Walked up to him and he's like, "Hi, what's your name?" And I asked him to sign the book and he's like, "Yeah, of course." And But anyways, we're gonna pick out my March TBR. I failed at my February TBR, but I kind of knew that going into it because I had 3 weeks where I was extremely busy because I'm in university. Every semester we go out into the kindergarten and work, and we also have like a lot of assignments to do, so it's kind of like doing a full-time job while also being a full-time student, and obviously I don't get paid for that, so it's just going into the kindergarten 6.5 hours every day and then coming home doing all the university work to prepare for the next day. And I've been sick, and I could have read if I wasn't sick most of the time, so I just got home and slept because I had a fever multiple days and I never get sick. And then after that I'm sick again, so that's just amazing. We're gonna pick out my March TBR and we're gonna be successful this month. We're gonna pick out at least 6. I kind of want to pick 8. I shouldn't because I just failed my last TBR, but we're gonna see what we get. I have to get like coffee breaks because I'm sick, like I said, and I feel like I woke up even worse than I was yesterday. So I don't know if I just got worse at the concert or whatever, but I met Ben Barnes, so everything is fine. Prompt number 1. The colors doesn't mean anything, by the way. It's just for fun. Last month I got 1,000,000 green prompts. Still do. I don't know why. It should be the same amount of every color. OG Book Talk book. Now I have wanted to do a Shadow and Bone reread, so that's possible, but I also want to like narrow down my TBR. I'm used to looking this way. Move my TBR card over here. I feel like I should do Twisted Games. It's also on Kindle Unlimited, so that's good. But I think up here the only like OG Book Talk book is Twisted Games and Malibu Rising, but also maybe Addicted to You. The Cruel Prince is definitely an option, but I don't know if I want to start that. I think we're gonna go for Twisted Games. This is book 2 in the Twisted series. The whole series follows this friend group. Each friend has their own book. I really enjoyed Twisted Love. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I really liked it. Some things are just blocked out, but I had fun with it. And I read that in 2022. And I bought the rest of the series right after, so I own every book in the series. I haven't really been too interested in this, but then I did read the first few pages of it this month to just check it out, and I actually enjoyed that more than I thought I would. So I'm excited to read that this month. This one follows Bridget, who's a princess, and her bodyguard Reese. And Twisted Love is being adapted to a show, I'm pretty sure. So I want to read the rest of the series before that comes out. Can I just say that for casting, Hannah Dodd as Bridget. I don't care about anything else, but I think she's perfect for Bridget. So I'm going to pick this as my first March book. Prompt number 2. This one's blue. What does it say? 2-word title. Okay. Like, this is my priority TBR. this is the rest of my TBR, and these are books I've bought this year. So over here, we could do... Should I just pick up? No, I don't want to like lift them up because it just takes too much. I have Black Coffee by Agatha Christie. Next in the Poirot series. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. The Institute by Stephen King. Oh, I want to do that. Good Omens. All In and Bad Blood. Wild. Oh no. I don't know how to choose this. I want to continue series, so Black Coffee is a good option. The Institute is being adapted to a show coming out this year, I'm pretty sure, and Ben Barnes is in it. So I want to read the book before I watch the show. I've never really had any interest in reading Stephen King, but I want to read that because of Ben Barnes. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood is one of my favorite authors. All In continues the series, same with Wild Eyes, and since Wild Side comes out this month, I think I'm going to choose that one. Wild Eyes is book number 2 in the Rose Hill series. I loved the first one. Wild Love was my first 5-star read, and my only 5-star read of this year so far. So I'm very excited for this. This one follows the best friend of the male main character from the first book. He's also the brother of the female main character. So this one follows Weston, who... I don't really know what to say about him. But Skylar Stone is an artist, chart-topping country singer, who comes to Rose Hill. The male main character from the first book owns a recording studio, so I think she goes to record. It says that everything with Weston is wild and impulsive, and Skylar is desperate to regain some control. But no one has supported her like West does, and no one has ever made her feel as loved as he does either. So as Skylar's brain says settling down with a small-town horse trainer is impossible, her heart says she's right where she belongs. It's so cute, and I think Weston is just an amazing guy. I'm so excited to read this. I love Elsie Silver's writing. I think the setting of her stories are always so good. I've read the entire Chestnut Spring series, and I've read Wild Love, and I've loved it. So, I'm very excited for this. And the cover, gorgeous. And I'm so excited for Wild Side to come out. We have 2 romances so far. I would like to have some like mysteries, maybe some fantasy. So we're gonna get prompt number 3. This one's orange. What does it say? I've only heard good things about. I feel like most books I hear mixed opinions. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez is definitely an option. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about her. I didn't love the first book in that series. I've never heard anything bad about The Hunger Games. Like, everyone loves it and is obsessed with it, so maybe I'll choose that one. Emily Wilde, I don't think I've heard anyone say anything bad about that one either. Most of the mysteries and thrillers I have, I don't really hear people talk about unless it's Frida McFadden, and I don't want to read that right now. I don't want to pick another romance, so I'm actually going to go with... I'm going to choose All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. No, I'm not. Idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm going to go with Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is book 2 in the Natural series. I'm very excited to continue the series. I didn't love the Naturals as much as I thought I would, but I think it was a good setup for the series. So I found the first book very addictive. It's easy to read, it's very quick and fast-paced, and it's easy to understand. And that's good. And I'm so excited to continue because everyone says it's like Criminal Minds, just teenagers. And I love Criminal Minds. I love crime shows. And I want to read more like crime books. So I'm excited for this. And I've loved the Inheritance Games trilogy by her. So I'm excited for this. And one of my biggest goals this year is to continue a series and finish them. And now I have chosen 3 books that are in series. So that's great. I'm excited for this. Prompt number 4. A pink one. I'm excited by that. By my favorite author options: Leigh Bardugo, Elsie Silver, Ali Hazelwood. So by Ali Hazelwood we have Not in Love and Deep End, but do I want another romance? Not so sure about that. Elsie Silver, I can't speak. We've already picked one, and I don't think I'm going to start another series by her until I finish the Rose Hill. I could do The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. I've only read 2 books by him, so I don't know if I just like consider a favorite author, but I really loved book 2 in that series, but I feel like that doesn't count. Leigh Bardugo is my favorite author, so I should pick her. I have Wonder Woman, Warbringer, and The Familiar, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for The Familiar. It's just scary. You know what? Can I get this out? See, this is a struggle. But I should just get the big books off my TBR so that I can more easily reach my books. No, it's stuck, so that's great. Thank you. Putting all of these back. Always a struggle. Didn't mean to move it. Can you see? I'm choosing The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I've read the entire Grishaverse, all 7 novels and the 3 extra ones, and I've read the Ninth House series by her, and I absolutely love that, so I'm excited for this. This is more of like a historical fantasy, I'm pretty sure. I don't know much about it, and I don't want to read this because I don't really understand, but she posted this a while ago, and I wasn't too interested, but then she posted a little video of her reading part of it, and that got me intrigued. So I am excited for this, and I'm excited to get this up on my shelf, so hopefully we will be reading this month. Prompt number 5. I like my TBR so far. Another pink one. Hopefully it's good. Author I've never read. That's interesting. So, I don't think I have a lot of that. I have Murder at the Bookstore by Sue Minks. Yes. The Hike by Lucy Clark. I don't really want to read these. The Midnight Game is by Cynthia Murray. I never read her before. Up here, there are options. But do I want to start a new series? Because I kind of do, but like, do I? If I have anything, I could do The Institute by Stephen King. Why do I want that? And I didn't think that Stephen King would be my vibe, but like, I'm actually very interested in this. The back of this says, there's only one way out. Luke Ellis, a super smart 12-year-old with an exceptional gift, is the latest in a long line of kids abducted and taken to a secret government facility hidden deep in the forest in Maine. Here, kids with special talents, telekinesis, and telepathy, like Luke's new friends Kalisha, Nick, and Iris, are subjected to a series of experiments. There seems to be no hope of escape until Luke teams up with an even younger boy whose powers of telepathy are off the scale. Meanwhile, far away in a small town in South Carolina, former cop Tim Jameson, looking for the quiet life, has taken a job working for the local sheriff. He doesn't know he's about to take on the biggest case of his career. It's giving Stranger Things vibes. I'm very excited for this. Like, I genuinely did not think that I would ever read a Stephen King book, but I'm very glad I picked this up. It sounds super interesting. I'm excited by this. That was the 5th one. So we need to pick one more. Maybe we'll do even more. I kind of want to do more. I like my TBR so far, and I feel like I'm going to have an easy time getting through it. If I can just start a series. Okay. Start a series. We're not doing romance. We're going to do fantasy, and I have 2 options. Caraval or Emily Wilde. Emily Wilde book 3 just came out, so that's like a good one to get like into it. Caraval, I own all 3 books. So to get 3 books of my TBR, we're going to choose Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I don't know much about this, but I think every year Caraval happens and it's like a competition. It says that open only to those who have been invited. This year the week-long game is on Legends' glittering Isla de los Sueños, where the winding streets are an elaborate snow-covered maze and the people are never who they seem. At midnight on the first day, the show begins and the visitors become players. Each of them is vying for the coveted prize, a single wish. All they must do is unravel the mystery of Caraval. But in a game where danger hides behind every charming smile, winning isn't without loss, and their wish might be their last. It sounds interesting, and like I said, I own all 3 books. So that's good. I can get 3 books of my TBR if I continue the series, which I'm going to do. because I'm not going to start the series and then just wait 2 years like I normally do. I'm going to actually get through them. I'm excited for this. That was the 6th one. I want to do more. Can we do 8? We're going to do 8. Why not? I read 14 books in January, so we should be able to do 8 books. We're going to get something from the bottom. I feel like I always pick from the top. This is 2. The green one. That's the one I had my hands on. The other one was just stuck. Your favorite artist on the playlist. So obviously that is a romance. I'm going to look at Deep End if that has a playlist. I didn't think this through. I need to look for playlists. I know that Elsie Silver has playlists. There's no playlist in the front, and I don't think it's in the back either. No. Does Lila Sage have playlists? I don't know. I don't remember. No. This one has a playlist. I'm not going to look at the songs yet because I want to see if I have other options. I don't think this one is going to. I think we're going to have to go with Nothing Like the Movies because I can't find anything else with a playlist. So we're going to look at the back here. We have Harry Styles. We have Taylor Swift, Niall Horan, Niall and Lizzie, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. This was on my February TBR and I didn't read it and I still don't want to read it. But it is productive because they can finish a series. And I have loved Lynn Painter's books. Like I've read. How many have I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've loved every single one. There's no reason for me to not want to read this. I don't want to. But we're going to pick it because it's the only one I could find with a playlist. So this is book number 7. I'm a little disappointed. I don't know what it is about that book that I just don't want to read. This is The Last Prompt. It's a blue one. A fantasy. That's good. Does like dystopian count as fantasy? Because I don't really count it, but I know that people do. And technically I think it is a branch of fantasy. I have an idea, which could be really smart or really stupid. I'm going to choose Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the 2nd book in the Caraval trilogy. And like I said, I want to try to finish series, so if I start one, it's good if I have the 2nd book on my TBR as well, so I can read both. I'm not going to read the back of this because I'm afraid that it's going to spoil the first one, but I'm choosing this as my 8th and final book on my March TBR. This is now my TBR. I'm not going to hold them up one at a time because I don't want to. But to wrap it up, we have Twisted Games by Anna Fong, Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, Killer Instinct by Jennifer Little Barnes, The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, The Institute by Stephen King, Caraval by Stephanie Garber, Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, and Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I'm excited for all of this. We're on my phone. I think my SD card is full. But that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you read any of these because I'd love to hear your thoughts. But that's it for now. Peace out, lovers.